Hey folks, Rob back for another Rob Plays, and this week, we're looking at the C64 conversion of Volfied. I remember seeing ads for this when I started getting Zap, and it always looked very alluring. I played the Amiga version at one of our meetups, and managed to stumble across the 64 version. Earlier in the year, so I thought, why not grab it? And finally sit down, because this is one that is pretty much not really talked about, But yeah, so of course it's the conversion of Taito's arcade game from 1989, which is kind of a follow-on of sorts to Kicks, their old school release. The C64 version was handled by Digital Light and Magic and published by Empire in 1991. So we load it up. I love that version of the logo that comes up in that intermission. Even though the copy I have on tape, I'm running a disc dump because I thought I dumped the tape on and I didn't. So let it load. Hopefully it won't take too long. But the basic storyline is you're piloting a ship called Monotros. You return to your home planet, Volfied, and you discover that it's basically been attacked and conquered by aliens. As you arrive, you find out that there's like resistance, survivors underground sending an SOS. So you decide to go down and dive in. So let's do this. On the arcade machine and some of the other versions, you actually get the story description there. You don't get it here. So the idea is, as it's like Kicks, you basically need to conquer each section of the map. So to conquer the map, so 80%. Now those pyramids usually give you power-ups or points. The big thing you worry about is your shield. And unlike Kicks, you basically can't stay on the shield line infinitely. As your shield drains over time, you can go back, which is handy. And so the idea is you want to just carve out the map. And you've got the main enemy and also those regular enemies, which you can, which you can enclose for points. And the one thing that, of course, is very interesting with this game that, was a feature compared to Kicks is that each enemy has its own boss enemy. Let's do this, okay. Whereas in Kicks, it's just sort of the one virus across each stage. Here, each level has its own different boss with its own movements and its own... Aha! First stage done. I was hoping I wouldn't break the threshold. But anyway, so I've gotten to 81%, and I don't get much of a bonus. The one thing the 64 version doesn't do, that the other versions do, is... that was just daft. Is that the main boss enemy will... If it's in a confined space, it'll actually speed up its movement. But, okay, so what I'm trying to do here really is I want to build sort of an area where it'll eventually bounce into, because that'll mean it's easy to trap. Because if you trap it, nice. Okay, let's just carve that bit out. So I actually do quite enjoy this port. It's nice. We just made it. Damn it, I seem to be doing that twice over. So all up, there's 16 stages, and it's actually pretty nice that it's all fit into a single load here. It's the kind of arcade game where if you had to multi-load each stage, it wouldn't be worth it. But a single load, it's actually, it's actually nice and handy to go back to. Let's do this. Controls are good and responsive too, which is very handy. And let's do this. A little slow down there, but it's not the end of the world. That section's carved off. Because what I kind of want to do is I really want to just build something that I can trap the main enemy in. And that's sort of enough of a region, so let's try and go up. And up. Oh no, that wasn't a good move. Alright. Nor was that. Okay. Last life now, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Yes. We're getting there. Yes. 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 Oh, nice. 84%. Or 83.9. So in other words, 83%. Man, that was a tough one. But there we are. I'm really a fan of this. Let's do this. Oh, man. I like sort of, you know, in kicks it's very abstract. And here I like that, you know, as you carve the surface away, you can sort of see a different picture. It looks better on the 16 bits because they have, you know, completely different imagery. But, you know, again, you know, we're limited with what we got here. And I still think the Humble 64 does an amazing job with this. So, wow, that's going to get tough. Okay. So the P's really handy because that's what cuts us a shield that that temporarily pauses our shield drain. Oh, extra life! Yes. So you can now see that the boss aliens start to bounce around faster. And what I want to do, I would like to try and trap his. And that's sort of the one thing I don't like for this version, because if the boss enemy is moving around faster on other versions, it actually grows smaller. So the idea is you counteract the... Is this game over? No, last life. But you counteract the faster speed by it being a smaller target. And that's really one of those things you do to make the game fair. And I guess it's down to hardware limitations. You know, you can't... Oh, that was close. 84 is still pretty solid. I could do better, but hey. It's one of those things that the 64's a little limited in, I guess, which is a bit of a downer. I would love if they'd switched over to like a small... Even if it just was just a smaller sprite. Let's see. One of the other reviews I was watching of the PC version. Yeah, it was an Ancient DOS Games episode. He talked about how this is the stage you couldn't beat on the PC one because of that circular enough enemy, and it was bounding box collisions. So, I think we benefit in C64 land because of hardware sprites. Oh yes, we've got the freeze. This is really handy because now... Oh! And I messed that up. But yeah, that was the one that would freeze the entire playfield for a bit. Well, we got a top score at least. But this is, you know, really good conversion when starting to be that era when publishers weren't really interested in doing good conversions. But I guess a smaller label empire were willing to dedicate the resources. And it comes off pretty darn solid in my book. So as always, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Look at something that... Nice little bit of arcade fun. I kind of wanted something a little lighthearted this week. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, thank you for your comments and thoughts. I don't know what this is like on the other machines bar the Amiga, so if you did check it out on those, yeah, I want to know what it compares to. As always, thanks for subscribing, and thanks to all my past subscribers. It's always nice to get a little back and forth between people. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you for the video next time.